Hey everybody, it's April, and for those of you who don't know me, I'm a nutritional consultant and a TLS weight loss coach and trainer, and I was asked to do a real quick video just to explain what TLS weight loss solution is and then how I run my classes in case you're thinking about taking one. So this is just going to be super informal and pretty quick, but I will start by telling you that if you are tired of dieting, tired of fad diets, tired of trying to eat healthier and going to the gym or going at this alone and feeling like you're failing and you're in the same place or worse than you were 6 months ago or a year ago, I definitely know I can help. And I definitely know that this can be the last program that you ever have to seek out. And this is not a diet, and it is a lifestyle. And I'll explain exactly what I mean by that. I also know that weight loss is not magic, it's science. And even though none of us are the same, so we have to take a customized approach, there's some definite common threads to how it is that we can get to clean eating and a healthy lifestyle. But if you think about it, every single thing you put in your mouth is one combination of the macronutrients, which are protein and carbohydrates and fat. So what percentage and what types of foods you're picking in those three categories has everything to do with what your success is going to look like. So are you going to have to change some things? You are. But on the other side, where can you get to? I'm going to tell you right now, you don't even have to make concessions. Whatever the weight loss goal is that you're looking for, I know you can achieve it. It's just your choice if you go slow or fast. I also know that if you have other health challenges, like anything from headaches that you get recurring or GI issues or autoimmune issues or aches and pains when you wake up in the morning or acne or, just a host of other issues, cravings that you might have for specific kinds of foods, allergies, asthma, I'm telling you that food and possibly some supplementation are the key and the basis to how you can address every single one of those things. I'm telling you, I've seen it, and it never ceases to amaze me how powerful a medicine that food can be. So ultimately, whether I or any other of our TLS coaches are running a 1-week detox, a 21-day challenge, a 4, 6, 9, 12-week group, really doesn't matter. The format doesn't matter. Sometimes it's just about what time of the year it is and how much time you have, let's say, between Thanksgiving and Christmas to be able to grab people. But the key is that what we're teaching is basically the beginning of a healthful lifestyle. And then it's just about how much time you're spending with us to get on that track, basically, of clean eating so that you don't have to diet again and you can just stop taking up all the real estate in your head about how sick and tired you are of how you look, how you feel, and how you just don't want to be in this position next year. And I know what that feels like because I've battled weight, so I get it 100%. Anyway, so what our program basically is a 4-pronged approach that we take. So number 1 is that it's food first. That's really important. Everything you can get at the grocery store, make yourself, unless you're lucky enough to have a personal chef. We even have food delivered services and stuff like that we can clue you in on. But the basis is food first. And whether you are vegetarian or whether you like to eat animal protein or somewhere in between is fine. But the key still is low glycemic impact eating. And that really is about keeping your blood sugar stable so that your insulin response is appropriate and so that your body can actually stay in a fat burning zone instead of a fat storage mode, which a lot of the foods that we think are healthy actually spike your blood sugar throughout the day and send a metabolic signal, if you will, for your body to store fat. So a lot of times we can eat things we think are good for us. They've been marketed to us as nutritional, and then it spikes your blood sugar. Then you eat a salad and you store it as fat. It's not fair. I get into that in the program, but that's the basis. Whether or not you do intermittent fasting on top of that or not, we talk about that within the program as well. And again, it's super customized, but there are some common threads that we start everybody with. Second is body composition. If you are just losing weight and you're not concerned with how you're losing it, you are doing yourself a disservice. So we need to teach your body how to preferentially lose body fat. That is primary. And that way you can maintain and improve the metabolism that you have. It's not just about losing weight. If you're losing muscle, that's not really doing anything to maintain your metabolism, right? So that the key with that is really twofold, is the eating and being on point with the eating will help your body to preferentially lose fat. And the second thing is focused on the right kinds of exercise and, more importantly, how to be efficient about the exercise you're doing in terms of, I don't care if you're just you're starting out and you're just doing something in front of the couch or on YouTube, or if you're just walking, or if you're going to the gym, it doesn't really matter. What are you eating before and after? What order are you doing any of your exercises, and what are you doing? So we talk about that. 3 science-based supplements, and I talk about this in a separate video when I look at like what the packages are, but I just want people to know that this is to cover the gaps of what you're not getting in your diet and to support you safely, effectively, to accelerate your results and to give your body nutritional support. I don't know why anybody would try to tackle this without healthy food, without trying to drink enough water, and without supplementation, because honestly, we've done ourselves quite a disservice over the years in terms of how we've treated ourselves. Just think about all the things you've hammered your body with in terms of bad foods and drink and all this, and probably still will on occasion. So you're playing the catch-up game, and this is not just about weight loss, this is about overall health. A lot of people will do like the keto diet or whatever, and they will have amazing weight loss results, but you know what? 1 in 3 people are going to get diagnosed with cancer. 1 in 2 people are still dying of heart attacks and strokes. And so for me, it's not just about losing the weight, it's doing it in a way that's healthful, that you want to feed your family this way, and that you can avoid disease, because what is the point of losing weight and looking awesome if you are still at a high risk of getting diagnosed with cancer or a reoccurrence of cancer or something like that. So that to me is really, I'm passionate about that, and supplements have a small piece in that because we cannot get everything from our food. The 4th piece is coaching and education. So like I said, whether this is in a one-on-one or we do this online in a group or in person in a group, it's coaching and education. Because I don't know about you, but if you've ever been like me where you had questions or you've started and stopped, that accountability, the cheerleader, but also the person who's knowledgeable to either get answers for you or knows the answer themselves or where to find it, I feel like is how people become successful and get you to your goal. And I don't feel like there's anybody that can't get to their goal. I know that there's people out there that self-sabotage. I was one of them. Every issue you could possibly have around like food addiction and self-sabotage, I've been there. And it's a journey, right? So for some people, they'll grab it quick and they'll just get there fast. And for other people, they're going to need a little bit more encouragement, hand-holding, accountability, and support. And so wherever you are in that process is all good. But I will tell you this too, I've never had somebody not get results, meaning every single person I've ever run through this program has gotten results. I have never had anybody say, and I've been doing this for a lot of years, but I have never had anybody say, you know, this just isn't for me or whatever. You're going to have to make some changes. Yeah, you're going to have to eat some vegetables. I'm just going to throw that right out there. So if you're not ready, that's one thing. But if you're ready, here's the process. Number 1, you choose you. Right? So choose to put yourself first, whether it's with me or somebody else. It's all good, but definitely make yourself the priority because you are important and you deserve to be healthy. Number 2 is whether we're doing one-on-ones, online, in person, there's typically a package for materials like journal and some supplements that will go along with the program, coaching and whatever, but we keep the prices really low. I know there's people out there on the internet running programs for, you know, $600, $1,500, $2,500, and I'm not saying they're not great, but I just want you to also be able to buy some organic fruits and vegetables, you know? So we keep it really affordable. We offer a couple of different packages and we'll always work with you on that. Number 3 is you got to get assessed. You got to take stock of where you are. So I have a few paper assessments, and of course, just taking those before photos and either letting us help you to get like your weight, body fat, and measurements on your body, or you're doing that on your own. For me, is a requirement for people to start working with me, because if you cannot take a look at where you are right now, and there's zero judgment, you know, but if you can't take a look at where you are now, it's really hard to kind of set a target for the future. And again, it's not just about weight, it's about how your clothes fit and all of that, but it's just so that we can measure some progress and some success. And then what I do when I do an online group is I have a secret page for Facebook, so nobody else can even find the group, nor would they know that there is a group or that you're in it. And so it's a very safe place to be able to disseminate information, ask questions, and I'm on there daily, a few times a day, not just answering questions or having an ask of people in the group to keep you engaged, but also it's a place for me to put my meal plans, recipes, for the community to share ideas on like what they're eating and what they're snacking on, but it's also about videos and information. This is not just like let's just get together and try to eat better. Like, I really want you to know the why and the how of what we should be eating and help you to customize it for you over the course of time. Typically 6 weeks is sort of the sweet spot, but like I said, we can do earlier, like less time and more time, just depends on that time of the year when we're running this. But these daily posts and the information that you can download and recipe booklets and articles and videos and all of that stuff is going to be very comprehensive, but totally manageable from wherever you are if you're doing the online group. And then I do still like to have that personal touch. So I run, when I do an online class, obviously in person, we're meeting as a group, but when I do an online class, I use Zoom for a video chat platform so that everybody can be there together. And I do record it because obviously somebody might always miss a group or something, which is fine, but I really like people to attend because I feel like you're going to get the most when you're there right in that group one-on-one with us, and that I can look in your eyes and I can ask you direct questions, and it's not just through social media. So anyway, that's the gist of it in a synopsis, but I'm here to answer any questions that you have. I really hope you'll choose you, and I hope you'll join me whenever my next class is coming around.